Go.
Q is one of those films like X, The Man with X-Ray Eyes, which has a confusing plethora of names. In the United States, it was first known as The Winged Serpent. Later, it was retitled Q, short for Quetzalcoatl, the Aztec god who was half reptile, half bird. In Britain, it is known more formally as Q, the Winged Serpent. Q was directed in 1982 by Larry Cohen. Larry Cohen is a famed writer, director, producer of exploitation films, among them Demon, It's Alive, and The Private Files of J. Edgar Hoover. Q is his most ambitious film. It's a combination of a slasher movie and King Kong. In fact, Cohen goes one better than Willis O'Brien and Merian C. Cooper and sets his monster's roost not in the Empire State Building, but in the attic of the Chrysler Building, a deco skyscraper which some say is the most beautiful structure in New York. Cohen is a true guerrilla filmmaker. He doesn't bother with permits or permissions or anything like that. Finish the first draft, gather up whatever character actors are to hand, and get out there and shoot. Several times the production of Q was halted by police, who thought the hail of gunfire coming from the upper floors of Manhattan skyscrapers was genuine. Nevertheless, he's assembled quite a good cast for this one. The film has, in addition to the usual red-faced, bewigged bit players, Michael Moriarty, who was the star of Dog Soldiers, Candy Clark, from The Man Who Fell to Earth, Richard Roundtree, who of course was Shaft, and a brace of Carradines. Cohen has very bad taste, but he knows how to keep a story moving. Unlike John Sayles, whose Alligator we've just seen, he isn't interested in ringing any changes on a genre. He just tells the story and that's it. He also has a nice eye for detail and a perverse sense of humor. Q is presented by Samuel Z. Arkoff, the king of the bees.
There we go. So welcome.
All right. Very interesting. Hello,
Yes.
everybody.
So that was a clip from a TV show called Movie Show.
British something.
Yes.
It's definitely on British television.
But yeah, it was how I first saw this film back in 80s, so or 90, early 90s, probably 90. It was on late night TV, and so I got the video ready. Now let's have a look to the chat. Professor's here, of course. Hello, Professor. He heard there was TNA at the beginning of this, so he turned up. So yes, actually, there's only T. Lives here.
Look it up on YouTube.
Yeah,
bring it up.
Dog Soldiers is fire, but I don't think this is. He wasn't referring to the Neil Marshall Dog Soldiers.
I like seeing him in the stuff.
Years ago.
The stuff
he did
is
the stuff,
fun one.
and yeah, stuff is great. Oh, there's your mate. I'm doing me. He's in deepest darkness, Scotland. So he's got...
Hey, Liv. What's up, Professor? Mike.
And yes, I'm getting better. Thanks. Voice is getting back. I've got a nice gin and tonic.
You've been sick for a while too now.
Yes, it's your fault.
Yeah, it's my fault.
My fault. So, have you got it ready to play?
Yeah, just brought it up on
right.
YouTube.
I'll give you 2 seconds to talk to the chat while I go run upstairs and press play on a VHS player.
I know where I'm watching it. It's on Shudder. I know it is because I just saw it recently. The Movie Drone clip. I don't know where he found that. I don't know what the hell it is. How's everybody's Friday so far? For some reason this morning when I woke up, I made a post just saying happy weekend to everybody, and I didn't realize it was Friday, not Saturday yet.
Right.
Yeah, it's on Shudder. I don't know.
Right. Okay.
I remember seeing it. So that's why I was like, I was looking on YouTube and I couldn't find the version, and I'm like, it's on Shudder.
All right. Are you playing? Because
I have an ad quick at the very beginning.
Uh,
And then that's it, motherfucker.
it was
Calm down.
amateurs.
What he doesn't tell you is that he's not really outside right now. That's a background. It's a very good one.
Yeah,
Yeah,
look
it's
at that
very good CGI.
green screen.
It's a very, very good green screen.
It's YouTube money now. I'm on, so I can
Yeah,
afford
exactly.
luxury green screen.
That's why I got better lighting now for people.
And
who
it's
don't
a
know.
video, so it'll get darker as you go on.
just hooked up new lighting, so
all right,
lighting should be better. All right, I'm ready.
Right, let me know when you see Samuel Z's arc off.
I see a United Film Distribution release.
Okay. So yes, I'm doing all right, Liv. Now that JT's here. Yeah, that Movie Drum clip. There's lots of clips on YouTube I found of Movie Drum, and I can hear your copy. So
I know.
there you go.
I got it. All right, Samuel's the arc off. It's paused on right now.
There we go. Right, play. Oh, did I play or pause?
Playing.
Play.
I'm playing.
Ignore the VHS because I can't pause it, so it's going to do its own thing. Even though, it's starting off at the same time, but it'll be finished about 10 minutes before we are. Oh shit, that's a good point, Professor.
Candy Clark is in this.
Oh yes, a little bit.
David Carradine too. Okay, I never saw this. For people who don't know in the chat, I've never seen Q the Winged Serpent. This is something me and Gareth thought of and brought up a year ago or so, and I on the stream with it might have been Dave and Mike, and we said I never saw Q the Winged Serpent, and I said I've never seen it, and then we were going to do a watch, and then it just never happened. So now we're doing it, and this is a first time watch for me.
So yes, the review is
classic, bad but cult classic film that I just never got around to.
Yeah, how many times have you seen the stuff?
The stuff I've seen a decent amount of times, maybe 4,
yes, exactly.
5. That made some of the kills in that movie made my volume 3 of my top kills list. If you haven't yet, send me in some way your top kills or death scenes in horror movies, because I'm going to make a community edition where it's all picks from everybody.
Hey, Jamie.
But you have homework. You're going to have to watch the 3 volumes I did already to make sure that
6 hours worth.
No, it's only about 2.5. So
how old are you, JT? Inquiring minds want to know.
Who wants them? It's random. I am going to be 36 in September 20th.
Gareth is spending his international habitat with lovely weather. It is. It's very rare, but we're there. So this is filmed.
Hi, Jamie.
What is this? This is the Empire State Building, and this is a real window cleaner from the Empire State Building hooked onto the outside with just 2 hooks.
I wouldn't doubt it. That's how it is in the city.
Well, exactly.
People in the chat who don't know, can't tell from my accent. Yeah, I'm from New York. I'm on Long Island, but I've been to so many times.
See? Yes.
But you see that all the time. Just people fucking hundreds of stories up. And
I would not
in the world. I would never. I don't have a fear of heights, like a big fear of heights. Like I can go roller coasters and be high up and stuff. But if I'm like 100 stories up, I've been to the Empire State Building. I love that kill just now. That was cool.
The guy's lost his head.
That might make the list for volume 5 or 4 or whatever.
Like it says, it's guerrilla filmmaking when he made this. So
a lot of it in New York.
So yeah, he had access to limited stuff, and then he got people just watching them on the streets. But yeah, Larry Cohen did he did the stuff. It's Alive. Return to Salem's Lot.
I haven't seen him forever.
And a few others.
It's Alive. It's Alive is
was he 4 films?
Series,
Moriarty.
Right?
Oh yeah, it's about
It's Alive.
3 and a remake or.
Okay, I haven't seen that one in forever, but that's a fun, fetus.
I don't think I've ever seen them.
Kind of like The Suckling. That's one, another one, and Devil Fetus in a way. Extra is kind of like that. I love Extra. I had so much fun. I did a video on that earlier this year. I finally got around to it. I wanted to do the sequels because I never saw them.
But I don't think I've seen them because they're hard to get.
Yeah, I got to check them out eventually because I really love Extra. The few times I've seen it now, I really like it more and more every time. And the effects look fucking good. Like for a rip-off of Phantasm that Bob Shea wanted.
Allegedly.
There's Moriarty.
Yeah. So it's more his film than it is the Q's because he's doing this diamond heist.
Okay.
So half the story is about him.
12.5% cut.
It's like it's like From Dusk Till Dawn. There's two halves mixed together.
Yeah, that
One's
makes a
about
lot
the
of
diamond
sense
heist, and then
with
one's
the
about
background. With the background stuff I've heard, that
Yeah.
makes a lot of sense. For people who don't know, let Gareth explain it. What the Serpent issue with this movie that they had.
What Serpent issue that they didn't have an idea for? Well,
Yeah,
the original story goes, Larry Cohen was working on I, the Jury, a police thriller. Oh,
Yeah.
there's another gnarly death, or post-death. Guy's been skinned and left on a hotel bed.
That looks cool too.
Larry Cohen plays the
great.
photographer that's around here
Oh,
somewhere.
does he?
But yeah, people are being skinned alive around the city as well.
Skinned alive.
Or skinned. Yeah, no, it is alive. You see it later.
Yeah. That looks cool. That doesn't look bad.
Yeah. So Larry Cohen was working on this film, and he got kicked off by the producer. Then he said they'd already paid for this hotel room for a week or more. So he just wrote this in 6 days. Called David Carradine up, who was a mate. They were in the army together, even though they didn't do any fighting, I don't think. And then just David Carradine got off the plane. He had barely a script, and then they started filming. Nothing. Oh, sorry. Here comes the TNA professor.
So because of that, they ended up shooting this entire film, then thinking that they would be able to put Q, the winged serpent, in afterwards. And they didn't have the technology. It was 82. So then what did they end up doing? They ended up going and reshooting certain parts.
Yeah, they had to redo stuff.
Like, I'm sure they had to do a lot of fucking stuff.
That's real New York there, and there's a real New Yorker spying on ladies taking their tops off.
And those are real New York breasts, most likely. If she's an ancillary character and no one.
Well, if you're on top of a building and there's higher buildings above you, you know what you're doing.
Oh yeah,
but yeah, she's oiling herself.
You know, bitch.
So, do you have any scenes from your next? Liv is asking you in your top.
I do not actually. I was going to, because every volume of those I've done so far has had like 100+ kills. If I'm counting like every like mass kill too. Like if 5-6 people getting killed in one scene, then that's all a body count. So like 90 to 100 in each of them, and then I'll think of some. That was cool too. I always
she reacted even though she couldn't hear him.
Effects or like puppetry, anything like that will always grab my attention like immediately and take me off of a conversation I'm having.
Yeah, they show the monster straight away here, so
yeah, that was cool. I was just shooting on like that. You don't look bad. That looked pretty fucking good.
It's a good puppet, and then stop motion later, and then blood falling from the skies.
It's raining blood. It's raining red. It's raining red.
Yeah.
I love that line from Halloween 6. Mommy, it's raining red.
The song.
So
I love you. Hey, been hunting for years. The mighty Ice Lord sent me a copy of Blu-ray. That's nice.
Nice. How is Wes? I haven't talked to him in a bit. I got a message.
I haven't seen him before, because there's Terrence. He sent me this very nice tape, and then I think it might have been the one Wes paid the postage for. So bless him.
Nice.
Professor doesn't have a fear of heights. I don't have a fear for heights. Was falling from a high distance. It's a sudden stop. I'm afraid of. Yeah, well, Richard Roundtree gets some of that later. Stay here, Mike. So yes, thank you, Terrence. Thumbs up.
Michael Myers is in
heights. I used to not be afraid at all. I was a flyer for cheerleading. Bloody hell! The older I get, I get vertigo in like GTA. If I do a massive jump or something, and the car falls.
Yeah, no, that doesn't happen to me. But if I've been to the Empire State Building, I said, and when I went up there, if I'm that high up and I look down like right over the edge, that's fucking terrifying.
Yeah, I'm not
like that. I'm terrified of, but I don't have like a fear of heights in general or anything. But I think anyone would be scared shitless at 100 stories up, leaning over, like looking over a railing. And
especially
Yeah, so hey, Michael Myers, it's the same for me. This is the first.
Well, yes, it's free on YouTube, Michael Myers, if you want to catch up. So
yeah, and Shudder.
Moriarty is
I love him.
He wants to be a jazz piano player in a bar, and then as an actor, he came up with this thing on the spot. This music, and then the dog's reaction is real.
Carradine. Wow, he's young.
Yeah, Still cool, dude.
The bartender looks familiar too. Who is that?
I don't know. Hang on.
He looks familiar. I feel like I've
It's one
seen
of my
him in
favorite
things.
modern horrors. There's a couple of pretty fun kills. I had to ask. There you go. I keep
Yeah, this sucks for
confusing
you.
Next with the Strangers.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, I mean, both home invasion films. I get it. Oh yeah, but Liv, to answer the rest of your question, I download like all the clips of the kills first, and then I edit them, and then I do a voiceover and stuff, and then I remember a few, and I might download them, and then I was like almost so done with the editing, I was like, I can't anymore, and I thought of your next, so it'll definitely be in the next volume for sure because that one has some great kills.
Oh, actually, yeah, sorry.
Oh, I was saying Erin's my favorite final girl of all time.
Okay. An Aussie.
Yes.
Yes. Larry Cohen delighted that I kicked the jury's ass at the box office. Like, yeah, so this was made 6 times the amount of either jury. And no one remembers either jury, but since people don't remember this one either. Oh, hi, Ian. Yes, Mr. Stark, Sight the Sinner. Hey, yeah, we're only 10 minutes in. Only had 2 kills.
And a snatch, right?
No, she just showed her tits.
No, I'm saying when the Q snatched her away.
She thought she's dead. You see her later. Yeah.
But you saw the skin person too. So that's a death.
Oh, sorry, yes.
So decapitation and death. Yeah, those are the 2 deaths I was talking about, and then the snatch. Wow, yeah, which your mind went right to pussy and not and not the winged creature, the titular character coming down and snatching the woman.
So yes, here comes the heist that Moriarty didn't want to be in.
And it's just called Diamonds. Well, Neil Diamonds.
That's there you go.
That's funny. That was probably a real place.
It's probably
all shot in the city.
They wouldn't spend money on making it fake.
Yeah, no, this is all shot in the city.
Yeah,
unless there's certain scenes that they had to shoot on a set for some reason. I haven't seen it, but I don't know.
No, I don't think they could afford sets because allegedly this was money made for $300,000, but it did make a few million. No, it doesn't say. Hopefully. There might be.
Ever notice it's some of the cheapest looking jewelry too? Whenever you see
I've never
in a movie for heist. Anytime they rob a jewelry store and shit, it's not like because they're using obviously fake jewelry and shit. But they never go wall out and go to a real jewelry store and use.
Well, they might have some. Well, I guess it's New York Lower Side.
Oh yeah, my dad's friend used to work in the Diamond District in Manhattan, like in the '80s. He used to get like, a lot of stones. Yeah.
Taken out by a taxi cab.
Yes, he did. And he just kept on driving. Typical New York.
But
you got to drive aggressively in New York. I don't know how it is over there by you, like in the UK.
I would never go for a drive in New York. It's the first time it's on the wrong side of the road.
You got well, that's one thing, yeah. But I mean, some people are like just worried to drive in New York City, and I don't blame them. But you gotta drive like if you're switching lanes and stuff, you're just fucking switching lanes. You gotta commit, and you're committing, and that's it. If you got to get in front of somebody, you start creeping up in front of them. Fuck you, like that's how you gotta drive. If not, you'll get in an accident or you'll get honked at by a million people.
Yeah. So this was released in America October 29th, 1982. So it's a Halloween film.
Okay.
And it doesn't have information for the UK. France, Canada, Ireland. And it's like a year later for Ireland. So probably would have been about the same for us. But it does look like a TV movie because it's not that polished. See, Grant first on this is a portable telly on holiday in a caravan park with my mum and dad in the late 80s. I was enthralled. I was allowed to stay up till the end. Yeah, it was probably on late night in the UK. I don't remember any early evening shows. It was more like a midnight movie, this one. I cannot sing the praises of JT enough. Hang on, how much you paid the professor? What's
I just responded in the comments. Thank you so much.
If you don't follow him or sub to him because he makes good stuff, Gareth is okay too, I guess. For fuck's sake, Professor.
Thank you so much, Professor.
In my chat, not
anyone who's not subscribed, Professor, as well, subscribe because he is just hysterical and creative as can be. Just alone with this whole shtick there. I've known him and been very good friends with him through this community for what, a year and a half maybe or so. I still don't know his name, and I still don't know what he
Oh,
fucking looks like.
he still won't lend me his girlfriend.
Yeah. It's just his awesome shit. I remember when he
Yes,
when he
it's a
first
gift.
found my channel, Professor. I remember when you first found my channel and you were in the premieres, like the first few premieres you were in, and I asked you what your name was, and then you said you don't want to ruin the mystique of stuff, and then I said I get that. I said that's cool, and but then I never, still to this day, I don't know his name, and he's Professor. He'll always
Can't
be
see him.
Professor
Seeking
Macabro.
there. So to get
Love you, brother.
Yeah, you got a caravan telly to work. Well done. Oh, there's you. It was in color too. A fancy caravan. Oh, must be posh. Once stayed in a caravan which had a spoon on the TV instead of an aerial. There you go. It works. If coat hangers aren't available. I don't even drive because of insane anxiety, and I used to live in Detroit, the Motor City. The irony. Yes, I would. There's plenty of cities around here I wouldn't go near.
Yeah, I have really bad anxiety too, but not with driving. Driving is actually calming for me for the most part. Because I have music blasted to the highest volume possible at all times. If it's just me, then it's always blasted to max.
Oh yes, okay. So
hey, Dr. Impossible,
cinematographer Fred Murphy does a marvel. Yeah, because it was a low budget guerrilla. He got a lot of nice shots of New York, and especially aerial shots.
Yeah, this is a first watch for me, Dr. Impossible.
So this is the nest which we're about to find is a set, and then of course they actually do film in the real, what's it called, Chrysler Building later on.
Yeah.
I saw this and Galaxy of Terror when they released on VHS. Yeah, and both terrified me. The bit with the window washer at the start was too much for a 4-year-old. Yes, I'd imagine so, because what is it? It's an X-rated, 18 certificate film. Young Terrence. Have fun with. She's taken. I had a lot of blood taken today.
All right, Jamie, feel better. Okay, we got to figure out. We'll talk soon. We got to finally figure out the Fire Walk With Me thing, because Ginger Ninja, me and him always tweet each other shit on Twitter, like that, every single tweet, and he tweeted Fire Walk With Me because I keep pushing the date back until we figure it out. So I just keep, and then I forgot to change it. So he thought it was going live that night. And I just say, no, I didn't push it back again. But feel better, and we'll talk soon.
So yeah, here we go. Some more aerial shots of New York. A Moriarty.
Oh, I can imagine Professor in Mexico
Never
City.
New York, but, oh man.
I've been to Mexico. I've been to Mexico, but Cancun, not to Mexico City.
Party time, is it?
It was party time.
Spring break.
This is like 15 years ago. Not spring break, but it was party time.
For the spring break ladies.
For the fish fan. Party time.
Yeah.
Party time.
Right. I've heard of this baby reindeer, but I don't know anything about it. But apparently it's based on a true story that's outing people.
I've heard of it. He's not the first person to mention it, Terrence. I gotta check it out for sure. That, and I still gotta watch the Quiet on Set one with the whole Nickelodeon thing. Even though I made some dark ass joke recently about it in my fake trailer for Abigail 2, Hocus Pocus Suspiriorum.
Well, actually, a lot of these things about true stories go right over my head. I don't know the facts.
I like the egg. I like the big egg.
It's a pretty good. Cool. That's where half the budget went, probably.
That reminds me of like Dark Souls 3, the DLC. You touch an egg, it cracks a little, and it goes away.
I do have.
It doesn't crack.
I got some insect repellents. I got some citronella candles, but they're at the bottom. I forgot to buy a new one today, so hopefully I'll be all right. I got my fire going. I think smoke deters them.
Yeah, that's CGI fire too. That's just off screen. It's going, and you're dimming the lighting on the background.
And the color
palette. Yeah, exactly. All of that. Until I see like something fly from the back of the screen and hit you in the back of the head, then I'll believe that's outside.
Well, we're gonna have cats, foxes, bats.
That's really nice and really, really beautiful out there.
It's all fake.
It's all fake.
It's all trees. Right, so here's Moriarty.
That's too funny.
Yeah, it's not for everyone, I guess. Would rather watch Ishtar on a never-ending loop than anything on Netflix.
See,
good or bad?
I I agree with most of that. The horror selection is mostly terrible on Netflix, except for every now and then when they add something, like when they added The Thing, which is my favorite movie, or they added the Nightmare series recently. But I always say the one thing that Netflix is great at, and I'll always praise them and thank them for, is distributing a lot of foreign, like Asian horror, like especially Japanese horror, Indonesian horror, especially Thai horror, Korean horror, like stuff that not a lot of people watch. But if you're not into that type, if you want to get into that type of stuff, watch some of the stuff on Netflix, like the Indonesian horror movies. There's some great stuff. Rocky Soroya, the doll films, and
Depending which country you're in.
Contalina, or whatever it's pronounced. I can't pronounce half of the fucking things in those movies, but the doll movies, especially the Doll 2 and Sabrina. If anyone hasn't seen them and wants to restore a little faith in Netflix for what they do for foreign movies, check out Soroya's The Doll 2 and Sabrina in that order. The Doll one's good, but it's a little too much of a Conjuring Annabelle ripoff. Like these are like two direct scenes that look exactly like scenes from The Conjuring, but Doll 2 is like when it really starts getting more original, and they are brutal movies. Like the third acts are the acts you wish you'd get in the Conjuring films, where there are stakes and people can die, and it's great. Check them out.
Yeah, here we go. Next,
we got him climbing up.
This is a good one. Yeah, he's missing. Someone's stolen his sandwiches.
Yeah, and Moriarty's running. But he's leaving the building.
Oh yeah, because the VHS is ahead. So
yeah,
stupid VHS.
By a second, I like the pigeons.
Yeah,
the pigeons bones clean.
I fancied the ribs a minute ago. I don't know. I haven't looked it up, but this film's story, an original idea, or do they copy that idea for the winged serpent living on top of the Chrysler building for someone else? I think Larry said because he was in a hotel looking for ideas because he just got sacked from his last job, and he saw the Chrysler building and thought how beautiful it was and how the top bit was unused because I think he got a tour of it.
Oh, okay.
And it gave him the idea so he could nest in there.
We got Scottish Geek Guy. What's up, Scott?
So I'm watching this on Netflix about Ghost Mystery Tales. It's pretty good. And
Trash Picture Show. What's up, Trash? Johnny.
I will highlight.
I'm streaming to my channel too, so we're co-hosts. Yeah. That's why I'm fucking cutting in as much as I am. We're co-hosts.
You do that, right?
You know what? Yeah, go ahead. And then I have to propose something.
I love your start to the trailing through
the marriage.
On some popular. They go hand in hand. There you go. Oh, see, Wild Guys are on your channel.
It was the last minute one. We have to start doing. You want to start doing the horror news thing again now that we've
absolutely
have. No? Okay. Now I'm saying no, that we could record it and then premiere it instead of doing it live, like we didn't think of, like idiots. And I was doing it at 4 a.m, and then you're wondering why I'm not up sometimes. Would you want to maybe do that sometime soon?
I'll
get it going. Yeah, think about it. Let me know. If not, I got enough shit.
Turn up for the recordings. Bloody
I'll turn up for the recordings. We're not going to record at 4 a.m.
Oh, there goes. There's a shot of the shadow that no one in New York seems to notice until bits fall from the sky.
Oh, but I'll get to the bottom.
New Yorkers don't look up, do they? So yes, hello, Scottish Geek Guy.
No.
And hello, Marty. Oh, he's on my channel. And
yeah, hey Marty.
I cancelled.
Yeah, it mixes them together,
right? Because I never use it. I only watch it for what's on in Philadelphia reboot.
Ian just says something I would agree with, just for the New York setting, and they're both on iconic
70s,
buildings.
Yeah, 70s King Kong.
Yeah.
Well, this year does have a similar story.
Hope you're having a good Friday, Ian.
My weekend.
I like this beak. This like ancient tribal mask that this woman's got on.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool too. Skin rip. Cutting into the guy's skin.
It's quite effective. So
I mean, I was saying before we went live, I said, for 82 or right what we did, I don't remember. For 82, which I consider probably the best year for effects work, with The Thing, with American Werewolf was 81. So 81 and 82, like that 1 year span.
Yeah.
The Howling, it goes on and on. The Beast Within. So there's so much good effects work. So, but knowing the backstory of this and with the Serpent, what they had to do and how cheap, and that is a Cohen film, I wasn't expecting it to be as good as it is. It's not amazing, but as good as it is with the practical effects.
Yes, Hugh Wild Eyes. But yeah, there's a lot of different effects in this one, so I don't know how they pulled it off. So unfortunately, what happened to LMA due to Ishtar going way over budget. It's a fun movie. The critics just hate when things get expensive. Yeah, it's the first thing they pick on, isn't it? When a movie's over budget.
Yeah, that's true.
David
Gareth.
Allen and Randall William Cook done some awesome stop motion. But yes, thank you, March. I've forgotten the name of the guys. So yeah, even if it's a small amount of screen time we get, yeah, but it's all at the end mostly because I think it's puppets.
Yeah,
the early attacks.
that's because I've seen this a few clips, like I said, from this, probably in a countdown. It was on the Shutter countdown, 101 scariest movie moments, maybe something like that. And they show you a few clips of Q, and then that's where they explain the backstory and stuff, and that's where I heard about it. And then it reminded me of you when we said that I never saw this a year ago, and that's where I got the backstory for it. And I said, okay, this makes sense, but it looked all right. Like, it didn't look terrible for the mistake they made, like filming all of this first.
Yeah.
Dragon Slayer. That's a good one. I haven't seen that in forever. I don't remember.
No, I can't remember that. Yeah, so it is. It's in '82. Ishtar was like a road to movie pop up. Yes, without and without being Crosby without entertainment. Or is that Franz's favorite film? You better watch yourself.
That's great. There might be a premiere of an old video on the comedy side channel now, JT's Comedy Discussions. If you guys don't know about it, started a side channel. It's a little sister side channel. It's going to be nowhere. This is my channel, is the main channel, the horror stuff. You need a break every now and then. Like, that's one thing, Gareth, that I always commend you for, stuff that you do all different genres, and every single day you mix it up. And I can watch horror every day of my life, and I usually do. But sometimes you just get in the mood for comedy, and that's my other big love. So it'll be like a once or twice a week, maybe like a short video or something like that, or a full discussion once a week. I'm going to try to maybe get interviews with people from comedy films and shows instead of, like the horror interviews. It's going to be just like the horror channel, the main channel, just change the title exactly how I changed the title to comedy, and that's exactly what it is and what you can expect from it.
I love a good
watch party here and there, stuff for some movie or etc.
Yeah, that was David Carradine's real wife on the bed.
Yeah, it's Carradine, but
before his accident.
You Brits.
Dave Allen worked on this. Yes, comedian, stand-up Irish comedian Dave Allen did the stop motion effects.
Oh yeah, that's right. You said that.
I am in England. My YouTube name is a riddle. Then, any clue?
Yeah, Johnny. Gareth here is a very, very good friend of mine, and one of the first people, along with Dave and Mike, that I met when I started, and welcomed me into the community.
Did we?
This dickhead over time, became a dickhead.
Me and Mike and Dave were chatting, and then suddenly JT would be in there.
I'll never forget it. I remember vividly the first two things that you ever shared out of mine. It was like Sleepaway Camp 2 Unhappy Campers, because you were about to watch it. Yeah, you were about to do a watch of it, and you said, check out my long-ass 15-minute fucking review on it. And then The Guest was another one a few weeks later. And
The Guest.
Thank you to this day for that.
Always love The Guest.
Yeah, Johnny, he is.
Hola, amigos. Larry's here.
And that's enough of good shit I'll say about him while I'm streaming.
I'll go
today.
Edit that out later. So, hello, Hatchet Boys. Welcome.
Hey, Hatchet Boys.
Mike Moriarty is just so good. Yeah, people are saying he deserved an Oscar for this because
Moriarty is a great actor. The stuff.
Whatever says, the rest of the film is shit, but he's going for gold in it.
It sucks when that happens in movies. When you got a great performance, but the movie is terrible in every single way.
Well, this is awesome in every single way.
Close to. Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, this is like bad, good. But I mean, if you have a great performance in an absolutely awful film, that's the worst. Because then it's like, God damn, man, like they wasted this guy or girl or whatever gender you want to identify as today, wasted their talent on whatever shit movie it was.
Oh, just like she's my favorite singer of all time. There you go, Kim Wilde. Can't go wrong with her. Not that JT knows who she is.
Wait, what? I wasn't paying attention.
Steve Guttenberg
I was
interview
looking at,
pending.
I was looking at something.
He won't reply to me, so no. Unless it's on JT might get him. Everyone knows JT. Gareth is the glue that holds the lunar stick assignment together. Synergy. That's how you get in.
Yeah, oh, absolutely. I mean, he's basically, him and Mike are what glue the British and UK people with us in the Americans.
Where's the Canadians?
And then Professor bridges.
Oh, he's holding up the South.
Mexico. Yep. He bridges it to Mexico. I mean, so it's pretty much like a drug smuggle train path.
Well, now
that goes figuratively, of course. I can't speak for Gareth, but figuratively, that goes from the UK for you guys to America with all of us to Mexico with Professor, and then
sorry, I'm getting my wood out.
So on and so on.
Yes, Ishtar. I still can't get into that film. A couple of times I've seen it. Q is a fun movie, yes.
Yeah, I've never seen it, Johnny.
No excuses. Ishtar and Inchon are two movies I'm hunting for on DVD. I don't think they got one because. Oh, and an Ilsa movie, bloody hell. Yeah, they're going to be rare ones. Now, is that Candy Clark who's his girlfriend?
Yeah, right.
I don't know much about her.
Yes.
I'll just look for some nudes.
There you go.
I've never seen this movie. I always wanted to watch it. Yes, it's on YouTube and was it Tubi?
You got to specify that you were talking about Moriarty, though, because I don't believe you're talking to her.
Oh, you want Gutenberg? All right, I'll keep trying.
That was delayed.
Yeah. Yeah. Kim Wilde. Ilsa the Wicked Warden. Yes, she is. Gutenberg Mahoney. Yes, him.
We got Larry, the horror cat dad in the house. What's up, Larry?
Yeah. I used to not like into watch a few years back and had a good time. I don't see it as anything more than a goofy comedy with some terrible but catchy songs. Indeed. Oh, there you go. Awesome description, JT. Big Pharma is the biggest cartel in the world. Oh, now we're getting on something.
Oh, 100%.
Yes, get my wood out, Larry. Look away, look away. We're 18 Magic Mike in this one.
Monetized and shit. I don't.
All right, take care, one guys. Hey, Alphabet Cat. Oops. You know, ready for what?
Take care, man.
It was mentioned the last one, I guess. So this, now I think, is it this guy? Is that where you are, the guy getting cut again?
That looks really good too, though. Yeah, the guy from earlier,
Larry Cohen's brother, I think.
The guy in the bar.
It might be him later.
From earlier, right?
Yeah, it's either him or the one later. That's Larry Cohen's brother.
Okay.
Yeah, that
I knew
pretty good cutting. That doesn't look too bad as a retractable knife.
No, it doesn't.
We're all paper mache. Check out this print stick holding us together. That's not good. The print stick's not good. So yeah, Richard Roundtree's completely wasted in this. So...
Oh yeah. I mean, a lot of stuff has been wasted in this movie. But it's fun.
Here we go. There's another corpse. Hey, Marty, what's this? I thought I fucked up when I saw the stream previewed under the actual stream and just realized JT is streaming simultaneously. Yes, he is. Stealing my thunder as usual.
Yes. That is one thing that I love about Gareth.
He's changing location.
He pays for StreamYard, so I can stream streams of ours to mine as well, because I will not pay for StreamYard.
Yeah, your check hasn't cleared.
But I gotta give him credit, man. I mean, I know I put a lot of content out also, but same with you. You're every day with a watch party, and then it's like almost never falters.
Well, I was supposed to be doing Freddy's Dead tonight with Jim, but he bitched out.
Oh, yeah, that sucks.
So
both the movie and that
who's got no life.
That he left this. Actually, I had more fun with that movie when I did the series and rewatched it all than 4 and 5. Like 4 and 5 is the biggest drop from. It's not my series. I always say after Dream Warriors, and 2 is my favorite in the series, which everyone knows.
Oh, here we go. Getting some.
Yeah, there's the building.
Cue action.
You're like a few seconds ahead, so I see the POV.
Yes, that's where I'm.
Okay. The guy cowering.
Yeah.
There he goes. Knocks his ass
And
right
then goes
off.
yeah, he does a flip forward, and then it
Oh, they
zooms
got-
in on the city, and then
Yeah.
he's allegedly done for.
I like how it's in the paper. Like,
And yes, paper
fact or
king.
hoax that there's a winged creature being sighted in the city. That's cool.
Before the older mobile phones would catch it. Oops, I'm not enough said to be the cool one-liners in this film. Don't come, guns don't come with nerves. You have to use your own. Yeah, Moriarty's got some cool, and Carradine's got some cool lines.
I just love him in general, Moriarty.
Yeah.
It seems like it just seems like he's like that in real life. Like
He does.
Like, he acts great,
acting.
but he's not. It seems like he's not acting much. That like it's an exaggerated version of who he is. And there's a lot of actors like that, and it can work to your benefit if you're a likable person. And he absolutely is. So he always is just great for me. I've only seen him in a few things. The stuff is what I mainly know him from, and maybe another movie or two I can't think of offhand.
Well, I'm trying to think. Have you seen Return to Salem's Lot?
Oh, okay, yeah. I didn't remember he was in it. I haven't seen that one.
Again, the best thing in it.
Oh yeah, that's right. You said that earlier.
Oh yeah,
I haven't seen Return in forever. Even Salem's Lot, the original, TV adaptation, I haven't seen in years. But that's a great one, Toby Hooper's.
Yeah, it's 3 hours though.
So I know. I mean, that's a much better watch than the It miniseries, the 4 hours. Yeah.
Oh yeah, it is.
Even if you cut 2 hours off the It miniseries, it's a better watch with the other one.
Yeah. I've never seen an Ilsa movie on physical media in the UK. So, Michael Moriarty's still with us.
Yes,
but yeah, I'm trying to think. Where is this Dog Soldiers?
And let me tell you one thing right here. This bird's being. You see how fucking big this bird is? It's flying around Manhattan. The fact the National Guard wasn't called in from the first sighting is unbelievable. Like, get out of here. It's not like a crazy person said like, oh look, I saw a Mothman, or like whether it exists or not, we don't know, because a year ago I never finished like the 5th episode of that documentary. But they've seen this big ass creature. Like, cops are on every other block in Manhattan. There's been a
lot of sightings.
Yeah, I mean, the city would be in lockdown.
Yeah,
it would be the National Guard.
I would not be going out.
Yeah, no. Like, it does. Yes. It's not like a 7-foot tall creature that flies. This is a fucking huge, like pterodactyl, like bigger than a pterodactyl. Yeah, like a dragon, basically.
Originally, it was I think the French poster has it with feathers. It's a misrepresentation. And then our background, not that we can see it, is by a famous artist who I can't remember now.
I love that deer. That's one of my favorite shots in horror.
It's a good one.
Is the deer from Evil Dead.
The stop motion, which will be coming up at the end, is great in this.
I really enjoy some stop motion in films. Evil Dead is an example of that.
Yeah, and the ballerina in the second one.
That's great stop motion. Which actually Tom Savini was shown the disintegration scene by Sam and Talbert. And Savini was in Manhattan for the screening of Maniac in 1980, and Robert Tapert and Sam Raimi were upstairs, like right near where the cinema was, and they're working on the disintegration scene. And then when the place let out and they knew who Savini was, they went up to him and they said, we're working on this movie, working on this effect and stuff, and he went up and checked it out, and he thought it looked really cool. I've always thought that was a really interesting story.
Yeah. So yes, I would want, if you could market that deer head, because they had those silly Billy Bass fucking toys in the 90s, didn't they? And then why couldn't they just make a deer that laughs at you?
I know. I love that effect of the deer laughing and cackling like that. Just such that whole scene, how it's exactly, with the lamp going up and down and stuff. The chaos that starts, like with the deer cackling, and that starts all the chaos. It's great.
Yeah, Freddy's Dead was the first Elm Street film I saw in the cinema, and I saw it in 3D because
Okay.
I'm so cool.
I mean, why wouldn't you see it in 3D?
So that's how I'm
If
going to
it's
watch
a,
it
if it's a
next
3D
weekend.
movie, when you want to go to the cinema, you watch it in 3D.
Joe's here. Hello, Joe.
Hey, Joe. How you doing,
They
buddy?
have the one of the creature I want P Rich. Okay. Good to hear, Larry. I'm doing fine. So Hatchet, what is it? Saying practical effects are now becoming like stop motion, where Hollywood doesn't dare use them anymore. That is very true.
Yep, it is, and
Because we know you had stop motion Jurassic Park.
Yep.
Help. My sister.
If anyone is big on like, which I am on practical effects, visual effects, and stuff like that, and doesn't care for CGI unless you have to use it or if it's done very well, check out. I just did an interview with Kill Josh Petrino, who's done the visual effects for Terrifier 2, Hatchet 2 and 3, Wrath of Becky, Chrome Skull, 8 to Us 2. He had a lot of great stuff to say about being a visual effect artist. He's not making
films.
He's not making the practical effects, but he does the visual effects. They remove all like stuff and make the scene look the way it does.
Yeah.
And there's some great stuff that he was talking about regarding CGI, and then going on about Jurassic Park, which he was saying it's probably one of the greatest examples of all of that. And I say the same thing. I mean, you look at Jurassic Park, it still holds up today, unless you're really looking to nitpick the CGI.
Well, yeah, because they say it holds up because the CGI, they had the practical models that they made.
Because they blended everything. They blended the stop motion. They use stop motion. They use animatronics. They use robots. They use practical effects. They use CGI, green screens, and the perfect blend. It's so overused today. But that movie, you go back and look at it, Jurassic Park holds up for the most part, unless you're really trying to critique it and look for it.
Just seems
this is a dome. We're under the needle, he says.
That's right over there. So yeah, says he's hid the jewels in there. Oh, my sister knows running. But yeah,
it definitely does feel like two movies like thrown together.
Yeah, there is
like a dragon movie, a flying dragon movie, and
like
a heist film
of Michael Moriarty.
Yeah. And it's not. I can't even say heist film because you see nothing of a heist.
No, you saw him.
But the story revolves around it. But yeah, you're right.
You hear some gunshots in the shop. He walks out with the bag, loses the bag, and then two gangsters come after him, and he feeds them to the monster. If giant monster would pop up, start rampaging through a big city, I think modern people would run away and start screaming, screaming the attack on their phones for views. Yeah, and then get picked up.
I'm Scarface, yeah.
I can't bring my. Oh, here we go. He's showing off. I can't.
This is when I did my Scarface watch along a video.
Yeah, I can't bring myself to watch Return to Stone Lot. The original one is one of my faves. Yeah, the sequel has nothing to do with anything in the first film.
It's not. I don't remember it at all. Like I said, it's not.
I've seen it loads of times.
It's not an adaptation of like Jerusalem's Lot.
No,
the follow-up short story that King wrote. It's just
if the vampires had taken over.
Okay, yeah, that's what I thought.
Joe's been good.
Yeah, when I did that Scarface thing, I didn't realize when I kept switching the backgrounds for the movie, and I didn't realize how perfect it looked that I'm sitting in the chair. There's a bunch of blow around me.
Just a Saturday night in JT's house. Yes, Michael Moriarty is the guy.
Maybe like 15 years ago, maybe.
Facts, Professor. There you go. Surprised there hasn't been a doc about Putnam being the head of studio. He was like the Times United for Hollywood. Yeah, I remember Putnam as head of the studio. It's good.
Don't forget that, everyone. The world is yours. You can do anything you want.
Yeah, Englishman New York with John Hurt. Oh, there you go. So get Shadow. Get him. There he goes. Shadow's attacking. Eat him. What's he saying now? I think
the eating sounds really cool.
Yeah,
like the sound design of it, like it's effective. The sounds they use.
Big ass dragon look things flying around. Perfectly normal. Exactly. Who looks up these days? Except me when there's bats and noises in the back of the garden. We have lots of big birds here in the UK. Yes, and
Speaking of big birds, that was
and
my
the
show.
flying ones.
You got Owl Man too, like the UK version of the Mothman.
Oh, Bill Crosby's London Part 6. Yeah, that is bad. That was around. That was advertised so much.
All right,
when it came
Joe.
out.
Take care, buddy.
Take care. Oh, here we go. Here's some more TNA, I think, or just bikinis. Because Ghost Dad
Now-
was terrible.
Let me ask you, since you asked earlier about like my music covers with claims or copyright,
Yes.
have you ever gotten issues with the TV, with the camera
Well,
just showing the TV?
Once, twice actually,
Once.
back in the old days.
Okay, strikes or claims,
One was a strike.
and one was
Halfway
claim.
through, about an hour into the show. That
Oh,
was
and
the
it got
bird.
shut down.
I was being brave and moved the telly closer.
Okay,
Nope, there you
so
go.
just having it that far in the background is what does it. Is what makes
Yeah,
them
the other
not
one was
really good.
Lethal Weapon 2 because there was a lot of close-ups of Mel Gibson's face.
All right. How many strikes have you gotten in your channel history? Three is yeah, me too. I got 30 days left on that one thing, and coincidentally, two of them, the first and this one, were both for the fucking music to A Clockwork Orange.
Yeah, bastards.
Both of them. And Keith, my agoraphobe, my friend, he got a strike for the music to the same movie, like 2 days within the same 1-2 days that I did this last one, which is insane. And because the first time, this was like 6 months into my channel, I did a little short audio note thing, and I forgot to mute the movie, and it started. The music was there, so they hit me with it. So I said, "All right, my fault, whatever." After 90 days in copyright school,
Yeah,
that bullshit. Yeah, I hate it. It's the worst, man. It's so long. You got so much time to put in. You don't know if those answers are tricks or not. But then, whatever, it goes away. And then I got another one like a year ago that went away. And then this one was for a cover of the score to Clockwork Orange, because I looked all over YouTube. There are dozens of covers to that soundtrack. And then I put it up, and there's no issues. Then a week later or less, I get hit with a strike again. And I said, "Are you kidding?" And I even told myself, I said, against my better judgment, I'm posting this to YouTube because I put it on Instagram first, and I was going to leave it on Instagram because the first strike I had was the music to Clockwork Orange. But I said, because that was actual music. This is a cover, even though it sounded identical. But I'm like, this one I tried appealing.
Yeah.
The other two, I was like, whatever, I get it. But I like how they don't add up. You know what I mean? Like even if you can have 10 million strikes in the history of your channel, as long as the one at a time keeps going away, you go back to zero.
Yes. Well, I had a warning for like 3 years, but then they allowed them to
warning.
pass.
Wait, you had a warning for 3 years?
Yeah, you have a warning first, then a strike the second time. But they've changed the rules now, so they got rid of warnings.
Oh, now they changed it, so now you get a warning and then
there used to be a warning.
Oh, so now you just get the strike.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah, they're fucking assholes. I mean, sorry guys, you two, you're partners with both of us, but
RoboCop 2 Kane is great.
Got to speak the truth when it's out there. You know I love YouTube. And this is the part that's on Garrett's channel that we're.
Oh shit!
This part will be edited out of my stream.
Now the giant claw. I haven't seen that, but I saw it advertised when I was looking.
I've heard of the giant claw.
Yeah,
I've never seen it either.
Now,
it's like the hand. I've seen the hand. The one when it's literally exactly what it sounds like. Yeah, with Michael Caine. That's a fun one. That's a fun one.
Yeah, my fire's gone out.
That one I remember. Like the giant claw, I never saw. I know
that. How about Mother Jugs and Speed? Oh, there you go. That sounds about as what I read earlier. CGI is overused. Yeah, they just fall back on it.
And yes, instantly. Absolutely.
We'll try to contain my jealousy of not seeing Freddy 6 in the cinema.
Yeah,
you suffer, Michael Myers.
And that made my kill volume with the video game kill. I think that's just a very creative kill, like just for the creativity and the power glove that Freddy's using. I beat my high score. Oh, that's fun.
Mm-hmm. Don't know that one. Giant claw. It has a force field around it. Oh dear. They use it when it's needed, but these days it's like, yeah, it just gets overused. Yeah, every Marvel
Yeah,
film now is just 90% CGI, isn't it?
almost every film, like even in
Mhm.
horror, you see
Well,
more
yes.
practical effects because it's horror. But then, like, unless it's a film that's trying to purposely stick to practical effects, which if
Sorry.
and my stance on it is that if there's an effect you can't do practically,
Hmm.
that has to be in the movie. So, like, recent example, Late Night with the Devil. I don't know if you saw it yet,
La
Gary.
la 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 la.
Yeah, there's nothing anything, but they use mostly practical effects. But there is some CGI in there, but it's used on top of the practical effects, and it has to be used. Like, there's certain things you just can't do
There is true.
practically, like make electricity bolts like shoot out at somebody like that. You can't do that practically. You
Big Trouble in
can,
Little China.
but yeah, you can if you want to get creative. But if you're trying to get a movie out and stuff, CGI is the way to go for something like that. So
Yeah.
if you blend that or just use CGI when you have to or to enhance a little bit, that's pretty much the stance I have on it. Besides that, I think practical, especially in horror films, it should be the way to go all the time. There's exceptions because ghost movies and demonic possession, actually, yeah, you can do mostly practical. Ghost films, like when you see ghosts and stuff, that is more you need CGI for, which I get. And if CGI looks good, you don't even know it's CGI sometimes. Like if it's very well done. So I mean, I'm not totally against CGI. If you use CGI right there. Oh, okay, yeah.
I had to get some petrol. My fire's gone out. Right.
Uh,
I'm quite a fan of CGI. And Jumanji, yes, the Stampede scene.
I love Jumanji.
Jumanji. It's a police procedural and
yeah.
a monster film. Yes, this
And
is.
that was a good example because that holds up very
Hamilton.
well too.
His team, yep. Thanks.
Mhm.
No, I don't want to see Doctor. Oh, I don't want. No, I do. I can't read now. You said.
That's funny.
Okay. Oh, Breaking In's good. Yes, Pumpkinhead Predators.
Pumpkinhead.
Yeah.
The Pumpkinhead is the way it is and so good, and because of the practical effects and the way that it's shot and everything, because Stan Winston directed it also.
Yeah, so he knows where to stick a camera for the best.
So he knows, yeah, exactly. He knows exactly how to film his effects and the puppetry and everything. So I mean, Pumpkinhead is really a wonder to watch, which I've been in a mood to rewatch it again and do a video on it. So
well,
people keep bringing it up, so now maybe I'll finally do
see
it.
if you can guess what the name it was called in Britain, but it wasn't Pumpkinhead.
What, Pumpkinhead?
Yeah.
Oh, what was it?
Night of the Demon, I think it's called. Something like that.
Night of the Demon. Night of the Demon is a movie about a Bigfoot who rips a guy's dick off at the very beginning. It's like a slasher Bigfoot movie. But that's a different movie. That's the American version. American name. If anyone hasn't seen, it's not a good movie for guys. But if you haven't seen Night of the Demon, not Night of the Demons, Night of the Demon. I think it's 1980. It's like a slasher film, but it's Bigfoot. And there's some good kills and practical effects. He rips this dude's dick right off at the very beginning. It's not a good movie. Like, it's so low budget. But if you ever get a chance and have nothing to watch, it's worth just checking out once.
Rob Lowe's remake is worse than Return to Sandlot.
Yes.
I'll always watch Return to Sandlot.
I remember I did see the remake, and that's not good.
The original Sandlot is awesome, yes. Especially the extended version. Pretty sure.
Yeah.
I saw.
I don't know.
Bloody Wendigos.
Since it was so long ago that I saw the original Salem's Lot, I'm not sure if it was an extended
I saw it originally when it was on TV. So
okay. So yeah.
Scared the shit out of me. The kid at the window.
I was just gonna say that's the most iconic shot.
I think
in
that
movie.
might have been like the halfway point before it cut to continued tomorrow night. I thought, cheers for that. I'm sleeping now, mate. The moon's out.
Yes, it is.
Bloody Wendigos. Want to mess with them?
What do you do now? You lowered the contrast all the way down and shit to make it look dark.
Yeah,
no doubt.
Full expense. Oh, I got 3. There you go. Well, if I get in trouble for showing the spicy back cover of that VHS one time, that was a full porno that I did accidentally show on YouTube.
The funny thing is that, and I remember that. That's fucking hysterical. The funny thing is that they care so much about some music and stuff like that that if anything, you're promoting it by using it, and especially in the ways that a lot of us that are creators that use it or use clips is in a creative way for discussion purposes or to comment on it or to compare it or anything like that or a cover of it. So it's promotion for these people, but when you get to that's why there's certain studios and director and artists and stuff that are super hard on it. They don't give a fuck. They don't need your promotion. They're Led Zeppelin or they're Ozzy Osbourne. Like, you know what I mean? Like, they don't need that. They don't care, and that's why they're instant.
AC/DC are a bad one as well.
Yeah, AC/DC, the Eagles, like those are all very, very ones that you'll get stricken. Not stricken immediately because I have a few Zeppelin covers up on the channel. They've had the claimed for sure, but
okay,
because they were covers. I don't know if I had the music playing in the background, like it was just an actual cover. That's probably why.
Hey, Matt.
Watch me get hit with
3 strikes, but I'm not out. I'm still here. Nice. Yeah,
but they were separate. But they were separate, Hatcher. Right? That's what we were talking about a bit ago.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it has to be.
Me and him have both had 3, and I've been coming up. I'll be coming up on 2 years at the end of this month on the channel. It'll be 2 years of the channel, and I've had 3 in the 2 years. And then the 90 days wear off, and then like 7 months went by, and then another one wears off, and then just like 40 days ago, I got one.
Yeah, I can. Isabella Argini getting pumped by a creature. Yeah,
Possession is so underrated. Still, it's had such a big like resurgence and like and people looking back at it and checking it out for the first time, and it is such a disturbing movie. But it's I think it's one of the greatest like relationship hell horror movies. Hey, Sean, what's up, buddy?
Yeah, it's in a chart.
And the effects are great.
I'm doing at the moment. Saw a movie where they use CGI blood for people coming out of people's mouth. How hard is it?
Exactly.
Blood capsules. Yeah,
that's
blood capsules.
That's the problem. That's what a few mentioned earlier. Stuff like if you have to use CGI or whatever. But that's the thing. Like stuff like that, and especially like Jeepers Creepers Reborn. There is so much green screen in that movie that they had a scene with a guy pissing in the woods. He's in front of a green screen. The woods are CGI and green screen. Dude, are you serious? The cheapest place ever to film is the woods.
Yeah, I could do it. Fake it back here.
Why? Yeah, you're doing it now. Oh, why would they do that? Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, exactly. There you go. Like that's all it takes. And yet they put him in. They had a green screen for the woods in Jeepers Creepers Reborn. That's how bad that is. There is no excuse for that. Like, I don't care what your budget is. I don't care if you got a day to make a movie and put it out the next day. There is no excuse.
That's it. Sorry, it's Vengeance the Demon, not Night of the Demon.
Okay, that makes a lot more sense.
I was trying to think because what is it? Slumber Party Massacre is Slumber Party Murders in the UK. Thank you, Michael Marsh.
I think I've heard that actually. Okay, yeah. All 3 of them though. Slumber. Are they?
Well, it's like Nightmare Vacation and Sleepaway Camp. When they come out on VHS,
Nightmare Vacation.
In the 80s, they were all renamed, and then when they became more films, they had to rename them when they came out on DVD.
I mean, it's not as bad as having like movies, foreign films and stuff that have a million different titles. Like the Italian stuff and some Asian stuff and stuff, movies like that.
Yeah,
because then it's so hard to fucking keep track of those movies.
And those terrible Italian films.
Yeah, it was terrible. Yeah, he is not. Gareth is not a fan of Italian horror.
Italian and horror can't be in the same sentence.
A huge Italian horror fan, as most of you who know me know. You didn't like The Beyond? Are you fucking serious? That's like in my top 10 films of all time. You watched it with Al, right?
Yes. I saw it twice in 24 hours.
Oh man, how do you not love that film? How do you not love the gore in it too? The woman throwing up her entire insides, how it lingers on it for so long. That's so Fulci. He does that in everything, and the visual imagery of Father Thomas and the disappearing zombies. All of it. Christopher George in City of the Living Dead. You got Christopher
Not in a good
George.
way.
And I know I just mentioned shit from City of the Living Dead, not The Beyond. I always fucking throw them together because they're both masterpieces. Same with House by the Cemetery. You never saw that one, right? With Bob, the infamous
I
kid.
can't remember. I've probably seen it back in the day.
The kid that we always hate on. Me and Dave used to hate on
Oh,
him all the
yeah.
time. Bob, the blonde
Cinema
little kid.
snob. Yeah, he hates him too.
Yeah,
He's in
we
like
all
3
do.
films.
Yep. He's in two. I think that I recall. He could be in a Fulci film I didn't see.
He might,
But,
well, it might be a different
he's in
character.
Manhattan. He's in Manhattan Baby also by Fulci.
Ah, yeah.
So he's in 2 Fulci films that I know of, and he's all just his face. You want to punch, and just like Danny Torrance from the miniseries of The Shining.
Oh, yes.
You want to punch him too, just like Sam, the kid from the Babadook. But the voice of the dubbing of this kid, Bob, is the word. I got a short
Bob
on my computer. I put it in every now whenever he comes up, and it's him getting his face cheaply put on a clip of Austin Powers punting mini me across the screen, and I have to use it whenever I can because Bob has to get his ass kicked. I wonder if he knows the joke on him, if he even is alive or around or
he's
anything.
probably in his 50s or 60s now, isn't he? So
yeah, I mean, he could have
down.
died at 30 of some tragic thing. You never know. Hopefully, he's all right.
That's a plane. That's all right. So yeah, I accidentally saw Night of the Demon, the 1980 Bigfoot horror instead of Labyrinth. Nice. Yeah, I don't.
So somebody
don't know about Possession because it's like an Italian film. It's long and boring. So
I love Possession. Long and boring.
Was the P CGI in there?
No, actually, you don't see it. I don't remember. But there's even this. When I say there's a lot of green screen,
Jack Frost.
It's in Reborn.
Clips.
You haven't seen the whole movie of Reborn?
No. Luckily, I saw.
Or you all lucky. Jeepers Creepers 3. Did you see 3? Because that one.
I did see 3 with that. 3 is in the hand or something.
Yeah, what the fuck was all of that? But yeah. That movie is terrible. Terrible. I had a rant on that meltdown too when I reviewed it. But I don't know which is worse, Reborn or 3. Maybe 3 is worse than Reborn a bit, but they're both awful. But the CGI amount in 3, it's nowhere, and there's a ton, is nowhere near Reborn. Besides that woods thing and a million other scenes, at the end, like cops show up. The cops' cars are a green screen in the background. I'm not fucking making this up. It's all green screen.
Hey, Snowman.
They couldn't get 2 cop cars to pull up behind the main characters on a street. Are you serious? People like that should not be making movies.
Well, when you see the Womp Stomp films making their Jason films, they got everything on practical, and there's cars, there's real cars.
Yeah, it's crazy. I don't know. Maybe it's just because of how I am and how I nitpick the shit out of stuff and I overanalyze. That's just how I am. Maybe it's just that, but it's just I see that. And if I was making a movie, there's no fucking way I would let stuff like that happen or go into my movie if I had control over it. It's not possible.
Oh, see, doesn't like Suspiria because it's not horror.
Yeah, you don't like. How do you feel?
A music video.
It's a music
I like
video.
I like the old one better than the new one.
Yeah, the remake. I love the remake. I think it's very different.
Explains a lot.
Purposely changed.
There you go. Oh yeah, Massacre. Massacre was another one. Because Chainsaw Massacre, you couldn't even use Chainsaw or Massacre.
And then you had Sorority House Massacre also.
Yeah, I think
that had different names. I'm guessing. I know Hard to Die is the name anyway for the third one.
That's ridiculous. Oh, bloody!
I know. Yeah, I know. It's the same cast as the second one. I love 2 and 3. I don't care for the original. I don't like the original Sorority House that much. But 2 and 3,
I was confused.
Orville Ketchum.
Yes, Orville's great. Unfortunately, sadly, no longer with us, the actor. But
he's great.
They still are trying to make a sequel to that with Jim Wynorski. Is.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, Wynorski has done so many cheap fucking movies and series, but some are fun. I mean, he's done there's other movies in the Massacre franchise, if you can call it that, universe. Let's say that, like the Conjuring universe.
Well, he's done kids films as well about a dog.
Oh yeah, he's done a lot of different stuff. There's like a cheerleader massacre, and
Yeah.
another cheerleader massacre 2 was like those are all considered together in the same universe of the massacre universe.
Yeah.
But Return to Sleepaway Camp, fuck that movie.
Oh yeah, you love that one. That's it. We'll watch that.
Oh god, that was that was really when I just like I was thinking about this the other day. I think that was the video that made me like because I had a meltdown. Well,
People love a meltdown video.
I love the first 3 movies so much in that series, Sleepaway Camp and Unhappy Campers is one of my favorite 80s slashers. It has a lot of nostalgia to me, and I adore that film. And I never saw Return ever since 2008 when it was announced because I knew it was going to be terrible. And then everyone was saying how it was one of the worst movies ever. So furthermore reason to not watch it. Then when I covered the series very early on in the channel, like the first few months, I have to finish the series when I started. So I said, all right, maybe that's fine. It's not as bad as people say. Who knows? Let's check it out. I download it, and oh, I was so blown away by how shockingly awful that movie was. I had a fucking nervous breakdown on camera. And that's what I think that video is what made me not hold back anymore or feel shy on camera. Or feel like any type of nerves and stuff.
Yeah.
And made me just say, fuck it, this is me. Like, worse and all, if you don't like it, then move on. There's plenty of other channels. That's the video that change happened at.
There you go. You love Fulci's Conquest.
I haven't seen Conquest in a long time, but that is one of the few Fulci non-horror films that I have seen. I've seen Conquest, I've seen Danger Diabolique, and I've seen what's the other one? There's another one too, but it'll come to me. Those 3 are of his non-horror.
It does time on
and I enjoyed every one.
So if anyone's watching, I wonder what's happening.
Danger Diabolique is Bava. Never mind.
The film, Michael Moriarty's holding the police hostage for $1 million, so he knows where the location of the dragon is, and so there's a lot of just talking about why he's not. The police are trying to trick him into revealing the location while he gets his $1 million.
I love how Moriarty says they can see the city.
Yeah, Bob from HBDC, I think it was in Manhattan Baby, with a less annoying voice. That's it, Manhattan Baby.
Yeah. Yeah, Manhattan Baby, yeah.
Tenebrae is excellent. The arm blood splatter is beautiful.
That I say it all the time. I say that exact statement all the time. That I just did it's in one of the first kill volume of my top kills video, and I say the exact thing. I said the blood spray on the white wall is one of the most simultaneously beautiful and gorgeous and yet disturbing shots ever in a movie, in a horror film. Like it really is. It made my top endings too. It's one of my favorite horror movie endings.
Oh, there you go. Bob is still alive and kicking. He's done recent interviews.
I gotta get Bob on the channel. I don't know if he'll like that. I reached out.
I'm sure he's used to it.
I'm sure that's true because this other guy he probably isn't. Sir Nigel Pennywinkle from Ghoulies 2, the dwarf or whatever the correct term is for him.
Oh, not on my channel.
Yes. See, because I used his image in a few of my fake trailers and made a little bit of jokes. Not that bad. And I reached out to him, Phil Doncaro, great guy. And he's been in a lot of stuff, just full moon movies alone. But yeah, he was in Willow. He was in a whole bunch of shit. And he answered. It was the only contact they had for him was I think you got it for me, was a cell phone. And he had, I love that look. Yeah, you get them all for me. Which people who do not know, for most of them, anything that's not an Instagram and stuff, thank Gareth for a lot of the people I've gotten on the channel for interviews, because all the contact information for a lot of them comes from Gareth paying for IMDb.
I don't pay for it. I get the free month with about 10 email addresses.
Oh, yeah, that's what I kept doing and changing and
they
changing.
Stopped it now. They don't do it. And then you have to have a separate phone number now. And to come back, it used to be, you haven't been with us a while. Come back for free for a month.
Yeah.
But they've stopped that now. It's just like 25% off a month. The first month if you want to come back.
That sucks.
Yeah, so I'm trying to find a way around that.
Phil Doncaro he answered my text and said, "I got your message. I'll review and get back." And that was like 2 months ago or so, and
Why?
he
Yeah,
never
these.
got. And then I circled back like maybe 3 weeks ago, and then still haven't heard back. So I think maybe he checked the channel out and
No,
he
no,
saw.
no, never give up because I had Don the Dragon Wilson. I messaged him a year ago in a comment to say, "Can I interview?" And he
Yeah,
said yes. Then I messaged him on
there you go.
Messenger. He never even saw it. But then I got his contact information with his phone number, and I WhatsApped him in January, and I said, "Hey, how about an interview?" And then this week he replied. So
There you go.
eventually, these people, and most of the people who I email and say yes, they'll do it, and then that's the last I hear for a month, and then suddenly they'll come back and say, "Okay,
Well,
I'm ready."
that's the one that I'm holding out on and hoping to hear back soon is
Filipinos.
Mr. Charles Band from
Oh
Full Moon,
yes, that's it.
because they were working on a film. I talked to them. I talked to Chris Alexander, who does Full Moon stuff and works with Charles, and he talked to Charles, and Charles said he's down to come on. So I even run the response email. I said, "Oh, thank you so much. That means a lot. Like so much." Blah blah blah. I said, "If he's definitely interested," and his response was like, "Yeah, man, circle back at the end of the month, meaning end of April. They were wrapping up a production."
Yeah,
and he said, "Charlie already told me he's down." So he said, "Hey, he's down." So now I'm just waiting. Maybe the production, just ended, so I'll give him a little time. So I did reach back out like a week ago. So I'm waiting to hear back. I really want to get him on. That's a big get, and I have so much to talk to him about.
Yeah, he's one I think I reached out to him years ago. Don Coscarelli, I think, promoted
I
a new
want
book out.
him too. I've been trying.
He might be a chance
now. Yeah,
to
actually,
promote a
with
book.
the book.
I did think of that,
That's
but there's
true.
only a few films I like of his. Really like.
I love everything by him.
The Beastmaster.
I love everything by Coscarelli. John dies at the end.
Yeah, I do like that
great
one.
movie. Bubba Hotep with Bruce Campbell. All the Phantasm series is one of my favorite series in horror. I love all Coscarelli. I've reached out to him a few times. He doesn't answer. He doesn't check his messages.
Yeah, it's a trouble. I got many people that
the
mailbox is full.
Exactly. That's why I always, if I don't hear back in like a week or so, I'll post a comment on like the most recent post when I see like they just posted an hour ago or something they're on. I'll leave a post saying, I sent you a message, I have a proposal or request for you or whatever, like hope all's well, and that's it. And if you get a chance, check your messages.
Yeah.
Just to that may, because then you know how people are, they're just like anybody else. They post something, they're going to look through their comments, so that they'll see more than looking through hundreds to thousands of messages, and DMs.
That's how I got Neil Marshall.
And you got to
in the comments of Instagram.
Yeah, you got to accept them too. Like you can only send one message to some people.
And Instagram's a pain, and they never look at it.
It really is.
I don't mind if they see it and don't reply, but then if they don't look.
Yeah, no, exactly. Tom Holland did that twice. He's one of the few that's
Tom Holland twice.
Seen it twice and he never responded.
Yeah,
he's seen both my messages.
I think he's done like several times. I've emailed him because I got his email address as well.
Yeah.
We never hear back, so I don't know if he only does big channels.
That's probably what it is.
Oh, here we go. So David Carradine's about to shoot the egg.
Ah, yes. I like the design of the egg. The first egg and this egg.
Oh, if you want to do make videos, just make a video and upload it. It's a massive learning process.
Yes, it absolutely is. I mean, Snowman, I'm not the best in any way, just learning, and everybody just learns. But if you ever want to, my email's on my channel. If you want to email me any questions, I'll give you what's worked for me, and that's all I can tell you.
Yeah.
But I'll be happy.
Yeah, everyone's different.
Yeah, I mean it's your personality that it comes into play. Your schedule, how often you can put stuff out, how much you want to put stuff out. Like there's so much that
a lot of subbing going on.
Kind of like playing a musical instrument. Like it never ends. Like it's a constant learning experience and improvement.
Yeah. Oh, this is one of the last stop motion monster movies. Yeah, they were never that popular, were they?
No,
I think we had King Kong Lives maybe. In the mid-80s, wasn't there as well?
I've never been a big kaiju fan.
No, but
I'll
watch the occasional one.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't think I've seen any of the original Japanese Godzillas.
Oh, I've seen the original Godzilla a few times. But besides that, yeah.
Hey, Caveman Movies and More is here.
Hey, Caveman.
He's on your channel. John Sayles. Oh,
How
no,
you
sorry.
doing? How you doing,
I'm
Sam?
breaking in. Right, I'm caught up. So he says, thank you.
Anytime, Snowman.
Bob was in the last scene of Demons 2.
Yeah, that's right. Yep.
Oops. I've seen the original Japanese Godzillas. There's about 50 of them now, isn't there? So yeah,
like that, yeah.
in this film we're watching,
yes,
there you go. They've shot the baby in the egg because it popped out and tried to take out everyone. But now
that looks cool, actually.
The cops have gone back on their deal with Moriarty because they didn't find the adult. Yeah, they didn't wait 5 minutes for it to turn up. So, and then
it's like, that's it. You got a deadline on our deal. It's fucking over.
In this big finish, all the cops that are in the tower are people that were working on the tower. So that's why they're comfortable leaning out of windows and standing on rigs and stuff outside the tower and they were because they were firing blanks from the tower while the helicopter went over. People on the ground called the police because they heard all these shooting going on in the towers. And then apparently empty shells were raining down as well. But luckily they were caught by canopies.
Oh, there you go.
Crazy shoot this was.
It's like the suicide nets they have in like Apple factories in Asia. China.
Yeah. Oh, he's met John Sayles.
They're so done with it. I love John Sayles. Met him. Oh, we met him. That's cool. Nice, Darren.
I don't know what I talk about. Whatever you have a love for.
Exactly. That's basically it. Yep.
Like JT would talk about dwarves all day if you let him.
Dwarves all day. Oh yeah, it was a dwarf. I mean, I go on tangents a lot, but that's just how my mind works. I got one of those mind.
Good news, everyone. It's got a mind now.
Races, and never stops. It's just thoughts a million a minute. So I stutter sometimes, and I try to get my thoughts out, or I mix words up. I'll make new words up. Fucking, I don't care. They come out, and you know what I'm talking about. So.
Oh dear, Caveman's missing his Kino order.
How my mind works. Kino has made amazing transfers of all the Mario Bava films because they're all. I don't collect physical media, but all the Bava films that are on Amazon Prime that I've seen, and most of them are the Kino transfers, and they are gorgeous.
John Sayles.
Yeah, Sam, they look great. So Kino in general, I'd imagine would be excellent with all their transfers.
Let's see if I've got any John Sayles films. Lone Star, 8 Men Out. No, it's not looking
maybe
good.
It is Troll.
Spiderwick Chronicles. Piranha.
Spiderwick. Oh, the original Piranha?
TV movie. Men of War with Dolph Lundgren.
Oh, the 90s one.
Passion Fish, City of Hope. I've heard of that. Breaking In, 8 Men Out. Clan of the Cave Bear. I've got that. I think I got that from someone. Was it you, Doctor? The Howling screenplay. Alligator. Oh, of course, I love Alligator. Battle Beyond the Stars. And then, yes, that's Piranha. Is he still with us? Oh, he is still with us.
Alligator was the film that you recommended me doing a video on like a year and a half ago.
Where is it?
When I posted something asking what movie should I do next, and you said Alligator, and I said that's a good one, and that's Robert Forster and stuff. I should finally get that done for you.
This guy might be the director's brother, Larry Cohen's brother. Looks like him.
Yeah, I don't think it was the guy.
No, I saw the teacher that we saw earlier.
Yeah, that got killed.
Oh, Troll 1, Moriarty's from as well. Yeah, I wonder if Q could probably look. I don't know if 4K would
I don't know how, if it'll help it.
Oh, he works as a ghostwriter. Yeah, I can see that. He did a few big scripts.
Oh, yeah.
Thanks, JT. Like I said, I watched you and Ginger Ninja and a few others. Oh, great, thanks.
Oh,
yeah, Piranha 95 are pretty decent, but does it have the nudity of Kelly Brook
from
I
Piranha.
say all the time, and Gareth, at some point, like in the next, like we're how close we are, we're gonna know all each other's stories, opinions, everything. It's gonna be like a marriage where you can't stand each other no more because
Oh,
of
yeah.
everything.
Shut up.
So what am I about to say? What am I about to say?
Something I'm not going to be happy about.
Tell me how right I am about how well we know each other. What am I about to say about regarding Piranha?
Oh, Piranha. Oh, yes. He does speak for my channel.
Yes, Piranha, I say all the time, is not great by Dante.
Not, I will agree
don't.
for this.
And I think the remake, Piranha 3D by Alexander Aya, is one of the best examples of a remake done right.
I think I did a watch party of that.
Yeah, stop making all remakes of classics that suck. Take movies that weren't good in the first place, that didn't have a great screenplay, or the effects weren't good, or the directing sucked, or whatever the reason, or you didn't have the way to do it. And that's why, to me, it's very boring. Piranha. There's some effects, but you need to kill a Piranha movie. You want to see piranhas all over the place, killing, ripping the shit out of people. And that's exactly what you get for the remake. And just gore fest, and that's a movie, the CGI, you can go nuts with. That's the type of film it doesn't matter. And there's a decent amount of practical too in that.
Yeah,
there's a lot of CGI, but that, again, you need it for that type of movie, and that's where I'm okay with it.
Yeah,
and it looks pretty good. But
yeah,
that's an example.
Gore.
Yeah, and the visual effects. Exactly, the visual effects that are done in that to remove CGI and add it and stuff too practical, it's great. And that, I always say, is an example of how remakes should be done. Take bad movies from the past that weren't successful and remake those.
If
here we go. Got a remake, if you can't be original. I love this is the scene I've seen with the mime face guy, and he's flying around. I've seen this.
And then Paul Richard Roundtree gets picked up and then dropped.
In
the middle of the city.
See, he looks cool. The design, like I like the design of Q.
There you go.
And it doesn't look that bad, actually. Now, like, were you looking at it? Like, since I never saw the movie in full, but seeing that clip, it doesn't look bad. Yeah, it holds up. It doesn't look terrible or anything like that.
Dance compulsory, and you study for the struggle. There you go. Remake Ishtar. Leave the good ones alone, fix the bad ones. Yeah, whenever they say The Rock is going to be making Big Trouble in Little China.
Like, like they're saying they want to, if they said they want to remake Alice, Sweet Alice, which they said that a few years ago, I wouldn't want that. Like, I love Alice, Sweet Alice, and people's argument and defense, which I understand and I respect it, is the original is always going to be there. So, like, what does it matter with the remake? Yeah, but it also, especially decades and decades later, remakes of these movies bring in a new audience, a younger generation, and that might be the first one they see, and it's going to tarnish the original in a way. And that's how I feel about it. So there's movies that I don't feel that I'd be pissed if I found out they were getting remade. But then there's ones that I, like I said, with Piranha, that they did fantastically. And those are the ones that they should go back and do. Take one of the Howling sequels and remake that shit, like it's one of its own thing. Like, do that.
Yeah, Howling 2 would be good, yes.
Yeah, well, Howling 2 is a fun movie.
No, they actually did shoot in the Chrysler building and around it. But when you see the cops shooting at it, it's a fake one.
Absolutely.
It's a lovely building.
They're not shooting up the Chrysler building for a movie like this.
Well, some of the camera shots they do. So
do they?
Because they got permission. They had to pay $15,000 or something to get permission.
Okay, that makes sense. Wow,
you can't go up there now because of terrorists.
So they actually paid money in order to shoot at the Chrysler building.
Or shoot off the Chrysler building.
Yeah, that's hysterical.
Yeah, so all these guys were laborers that worked on the Chrysler building, so that's why they're dressed as cops.
Keith. We got Keith in here, agoraphobe.
Agoraphobes here. Yo.
He is agoraphobe, and you are not.
Yeah, how to remake Society. That will never get made.
I will be pissed. That's one movie. That's a perfect example, Professor. Thank you. Perfect example of a film that if they announced a remake of Brian Yuzna Society, I'd sign a petition to get everyone fired who's trying to get it done. Like, that's how strongly I feel about certain movies. That's some of the best effects work ever done. in a film. The shunting scene, especially. It's like Screaming Mad George's effects in that movie. The shunting scene is unbelievable.
Oh, yes.
Creativity and work.
They're remaking The Crow, aren't they? So, yeah, there's David Carradine shooting from the top of the tower there.
It was such a shame he wanted to come so bad, because we would have had him still.
Hey, Tommy Guns, yeah.
You're just not going to address it, right?
What?
I said...
I'm ignoring you.
That's what I just said.
You're bringing the tone down.
I said it's a shame that whatever, you know what I said.
No,
you don't like, you want your professional money channel.
Yeah. Give me my money. None of these live streams can be monetized, so.
Yeah, oh, is that how it is? Live streams can't?
No, well, I can, but then it just says.
Oh well, then you. It
just says, was it? It has to be whatever people that pay for YouTube.
Well, restricted.
Everything you say can't, or anyone ever. Yeah, none of them can be. Oh, he's just chucking cops out of the windows now. Why do they change it to film in the building? People to see these every day for free. Exactly. Society wouldn't pass today. Exactly.
Nah.
If the modern people find out about it, yes, Larry Cohen is great. They'll be banned. Yes. Larry Cohen has for access to places. Check out his film, The Private Files of J. Edgar Hoover. He got access to many places for cheap. That one. Yeah, he was great. Oh, here we go. Carradine's standing by a window. What's going to happen?
Oh, she did, Keith? That's cool. Let's see what's happening.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's a great film.
I like the blood on him, too. As he's killing these people, he's got the blood.
Yeah, he's getting more and more bloody.
On him. I like that.
So, yeah. Apparently, they're remaking Faces of Death. I'm not sure that's going to work.
Yeah, I don't know how that's going to work either.
Cool. The remake would make me storm the studio. Would be Back to the Future.
Yeah,
I'd open the windows and shout, I'm mad as hell. I'm not going to take it anymore.
Movies like that, like absolute classics. And stuff.
As soon as Zemeckis is dead, they're going to try.
In all genres, just those type of classics, you don't want to remake it, even if there is always the original argument. I love that shot of him on the pyramid thingy and he slapped his wings. That's cool.
And
it's impressive. It's actually impressive for the fact that they put this in after filming the whole movie and not knowing that they couldn't add it all in afterwards. Like it's pretty damn impressive what they did going back to it. Yeah, like a remake of Jaws. People would flip.
How would that work?
I'm not a huge Jaws fan. I mean, I think it's a classic, but I'm not a big killer shark guy.
But, there you go. It was called Housewife. It was shown on the TV. Bone Housewife. Okay.
I never heard Bone.
No. I'm doing all right.
Never saw Bone.
We got about 5 minutes of the film.
Hey, Mr. Pallet. Yeah, we're doing all right. Yeah, this is a first watch. I said.
Oh, here we go. See, there's see if you can recognize this guy that comes in.
I just have Moriarty just walked out of his hotel room.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. Well, hold on. Let me see. You're saying if I recognize him from something else?
Oh, yes.
Oh, let me see. Was that all we see of him?
No, you see him again.
He looks so familiar.
Oh, dear. You've seen him again in a minute.
Yeah, that's what I'm waiting for. Oh, yeah. What? Oh, come on. Oh, what is he from?
He's about 40 years old.
Everything.
Yeah. Oh. Eating a snake sandwich.
From It's Always Sunny.
Yeah, it's the landlord.
All right, okay. Wow. I would have not linked it until you said it.
Because I saw it.
I would if I saw this without you, I would have been saying, "Who is this? He looks familiar," but I would have no idea.
Yeah, having a ritual killer subplot does make this difference because it does bring the monster back, and was there a big queue for this movie when it got? Fuck's sake! Boo! Oh, hang on. I was gonna say I'm not on my channel, but I am on my channel.
Next, say something while I'm talking is getting shot. Please believe that.
Yes, that's what.
Oh, shit! You serious?
Yes, I don't. Oh,
you even bleep stuff out on your channel. That's
just you. Yeah, no one's made any Spielbergs yet, have they? Oh, so he shoots him once. He shoots him in the back.
Yep.
And then somehow he got a wound on his head forehead. Yeah, it's copper monster movie. Oh, sadly, working is the loosest. Because yes. Oh, thank you, Professor. Making his day bright. So he comes back again, and he's down. I think he's Terrence
Dial rat.
He shoots him a third time, even though he's got a bullet wound in the head.
Yep. Yeah, I don't know why that bullet wound in the head is there. Why it's not? He's dead.
Yeah,
this guy does not die. That's the only reason. Is because they wanted that line in there.
Yeah, pretty much. It was a spoof of like Michael Myers and Jason and stuff like that.
But... Yeah, that's the only reason. The writer thought that was very clever. That line. It said, "Oh, we got to make sure he doesn't die right before we could deliver this genius line." And that's what they did. Now that I had that shit stuck in my head for the last like 24 hours, the Gremlins theme. It's fun when I do these covers. Some of them, if they're like repetitive songs, I feel like I'm going insane sometimes because I got to constantly rehear it and as I loop stuff over and over.
Oh, yeah, Twilight, but with actual vampires and tits. Well, check out the
True
campaign
Blood.
of what's it called? Only Fangs with the sexy vampires. That should be good.
Yeah, True Blood was a
True Blood started all right and then went off in a fucking tangent.
I never watched it really. I saw a few episodes.
First season was excellent, and then of course they had to bring in stuff like werewolves and fairies and every other mystical being. So
that's what happens in the Vampire Diaries.
Yeah, exactly. So every character turned out to be something mystical. So there was no humans left in the bloody show.
That's what happens exactly in Vampire, and I actually love the Vampire Diaries.
Will be remade at some point. It's finally warming up. What was that?
Hey, Echo. How you doing, brother?
Echo.
I haven't seen you in a while. Hope you're doing
I'm
well,
on music, and I realized. No, it's not Frank Zappa. It's another famous bolero. So here we go. Set up for the sequel.
Yep, with the egg.
And
we never got a sequel, right?
Not that I know of. No.
No, we did not.
Because this made money, so it's odd.
A Larry Cohen film. Yeah, I know. You would think
he could have. Yeah, he made a budget. You think, right? Sequel, quick.
I guess maybe all the filming in New York without permission and stuff.
Well, yeah.
Maybe they didn't, but I mean, they would have had the money from what they made from this. Toss them. Yeah, I mean, you never know. Probably, but that was fun. Fun watch. I mean, it's something I'd have to.
Forrest Falaggio.
It's something I'd have to rewatch again, like with everything that I do.
Without me into it.
Watches with, exactly. Me talking, you talking, everybody. So it's the first time watches and stuff. But this is it was fun. The effects hold up. Like the effects look fucking better than I ever expected. For like the name of this movie and what the few little bit scenes that I've seen from it, I didn't expect that at all. Like for it to be as decent as it is.
Take care.
All right, Keith. I'll see you soon, buddy. I saw you message me on Instagram, so after this,
he'll eventually get back to you.
Yeah, I'll check him after this.
Oh, yes, Spielberg's. Yeah, he might. I don't know any legal unless he gives the rights to his kids or something. So says, don't remake any of my films. Here's a.
That's a true statement.
10 billion.
Impossible.
Yeah.
I mean, they'll fucking remake it. If they have the money and they got the rights. Yeah, they will make it. They'll remake anything.
I'm trying to think what remakes we got this year, but I can't think of any.
Well, it's not a remake, but the First Omen is a rare example of legacy film or anything that it was great. I thought it was very, very good. It's not that it's not like super memorable. I didn't think it was like fantastic, but it serves as a good.
Nice
installment in the series, and it works for a prequel to The Omen, and it has no right being as good as it was.
Can't be Omen 4 with the little girl.
No, I'm in 4 as well. The first 3 though never get
I
brought
did
up.
it. Yeah, they're all different, but yeah, I remember
I
2 was
love
on a
all
lot
3 of them. Yeah, and then 3 has
on TV back
the
in the day.
plot you never get today with the cult of Damien and stuff when they kill all the babies
Yeah,
and shit, right?
dark film. That was the third one.
Yeah, I'm saying you will never see a remake of that or that story in a future Omen sequel or entry, whatever they do after that. Have you seen Immaculate yet?
No, I haven't seen a lot of.
I
on
haven't
this
seen
show.
Immaculate either.
I haven't seen Abigail. I haven't seen the First Omen. I haven't seen.
You saw Late Night or no? No, you
No,
haven't.
I haven't
That's
seen
right.
that. Is it out
That's
yet? I
right.
can't remember if it's out to
Yeah, it's on
stream.
Shudder.
But I
That's
just-
actually my that video, and you've noticed too when you have a copyright strike hanging over you that your views go down. You know, we've talked
yeah,
about
as soon
this.
as,
down,
yeah,
man.
even the copyright, the views will
Yeah.
go down.
Yeah, exactly. So like my views have been down, but like the watch hours as always are great. But even with the shadow ban, because now it's making me kind of pissed, like wondering how much, like how well better and my views would be, and like who else I'd be reaching if I didn't have that copyright strike hanging over me. But that Late Night with the Devil video I did is the best performing video I've had in months. Like the fake talk show and shit. I guess that added a lot to it. That was so fun to do though. I mean, that shit took me that took like 2 days.
Yeah.
It took like 2 days to put together.
Yeah. Then editing it.
Yeah. No, I mean, yeah, all together.
Filming and editing. Oh, but
yeah. I mean, like it takes like maybe the length of a movie to record.
Yeah.
Because I watch it while I record my videos. And then the editing is what varies. It'll be whatever time, but that took a while because I had to put in all the fake audience sounds. I filmed a fake commercial for Sensual Dish Soap, which is some stupid shit I thought of like a year ago when I thought about putting a fake commercial in something, and then I just never did it, and it's stuck in my mind for some reason.
Yeah, I got those.
And it came out. So let's hear them. Let's see them. I want fake commercials. Like Giggly. What the hell's the one from GTA? For Vice City was it from?
Oh yeah.
Giggle Cream. That was like a fake commercial on the radio when you were driving around. They'd have like the fake ads.
Oh, I would turn the radio if you can't hear if people are coming at you.
Yeah, not in GTA. That's what you want them coming at you.
So yeah, everyone wants new stuff, but yeah, Abigail and Boy Kills World aren't doing well, but yeah. Well, exactly. I haven't seen anything until it's on streaming. So
Boy Kills World, I haven't even heard of.
Yeah, Full Guy. I'm waiting for streaming for that. I could.
Oh yeah,
it's only going to be about 4 weeks away.
Well, things always take forever to get to you guys.
It
sucks. It does. It sucks. For the most part, unless it's a British film or something, you guys get it first.
Not calling Owen 666. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's true.
Might have made
I think it might have confused it.
Well, yeah, people think there's a 6th one. Where's the 5th one?
Yeah, exactly.
Monster movies.
Which,
yes, I think
which the next one though could be
the 5.
Now there's 5.
Yes.
So the next Omen.
Oh yes, they could work it. Because when they're going to do because the Omen remake came out on the 6th of the 6th of the 6th, didn't it? Because they made a big thing about that one.
Oh yeah.
And it didn't do.
I mean, how do you not with such an iconic number like that? The number of the beast. Actually, I still had to do not the rest of the series, but just the first video I did on the Omen, I released it on June 6th at 6 a.m. Premiered it. Nice. And I took because that was a movie I thought of doing earlier, and then I said, you know what, June's coming up. That's perfect. Let's do that. And then I never did 2 and 3 and 4, but I got to go back and do those. Like I said, I love 2 and 3.
I should be watching The Iron Lady. It's a serious monster movie. The Thatcher. I have done Drop Dead Fred, or half a Drop Dead Fred. It went on a tangent halfway through. There are many films floating around that may or not get reworked. It depends on the legal positioning, whether studios want to roll the dice. Yeah. Yeah, Drop Dead Fred is fun because that's imaginary, isn't it?
Phoebe Cates. I love Phoebe Cates.
Yeah. 10 years since we last read shit. Because I'm doing a bottom episode tomorrow. Today's audience would think The Omen is a prequel to the X-Men.
That's that's what my point was earlier about remakes in general and how people can counter arguments saying doesn't affect you. Like, don't watch it then. And that's fine, and you're right.
Yeah, I don't bother watching stuff.
But exactly what Ian just said, like the younger generation don't know the original source material and stuff. I'm sure there were people who never saw John Carpenter's Halloween who went into Halloween 2018.
Yes.
And that's a terrifying thought to me. Like it really is. Like that somebody saw Halloween 2018 or any of the newer Halloween films and didn't see the original, or if The Exorcist Believer was their first Exorcist film. Like that's where the remakes end up sucking for a lot of people, the majority, and people get crazy over and want to riot the studios. That's why they get like that. So I see both sides of it, because it's ruining it for people who are younger who never saw the originals. And then the first thing they're going to think of, first time you listen to an album by a band, and that's usually becomes and remains your favorite album by that band, because of nostalgia, and it's the first thing you heard by them. And it's similar with movies. Look at all the nostalgia we have just for films that we watched as kids and stuff. So you got a younger audience that's going to go in, and maybe they got a friend in middle school or high school and say they're a horror fan. Oh, you want to see this movie, The Exorcist Believer, is coming out, and they never saw The Exorcist, and then they go they say this movie's not great at all. It tarnishes the original in some way, even if it's not a big way. That's where I stand with it. Remake Cocaine Bear with less family comedy, more cocaine, and some crazy stuff. Actually,
imagine the 80s.
I agree.
Bear.
Yeah, that would be like just off exactly the way Cocaine Bear should be.
Yeah,
and I had fun with it. I didn't think it was great. I don't remember much from it.
I don't remember much from it, but
that's how you know if I cared for a movie even decently, is if I don't remember a goddamn thing from a movie. Even if I don't say it's terrible or anything, like The Nun 2, that was an improvement on The Nun in every single way. I still don't remember a goddamn thing from The Nun 2. Like that, it's not good at all. It's just better than the first one. Yeah. And I actually remember the first one more, because you tend to remember movies that you think are terrible more than the ones that are just meh, and that's it.
Right, I'm wrapping up. It's cold and dark.
No, that's because you're outside like a lunatic. It was nicer earlier. I was going to join you. I was going to go outside, but it was cold today, so I said I'm not going out there. Screw that.
Yeah, as he says, I'm alone in the dark at night, and there's noises.
Oh yeah, you know that there's a killer coming.
Oh, great.
So get to bed and get at your most vulnerable before he gets you.
My duvet will protect me.
Yeah, there you go. That'll help shit. It's like, as Scream likes to say, bring a weapon with you. But that shit never helps anybody, because they still get killed. So
keep looking.
Thanks for this, man. Thanks for as always. And thank you for finally making me watch this.
All right, take care, Mike Mars. I'm going to fun stream. Thanks, Professor. I'll see you later.
Everybody, thanks so much for watching, guys.
And thanks for the video, Terrence.
Yes, thank you, Terrence. That's
you got another fan with JT now. Have a perfect weekend. Yes,
Terrence is great. He's such a great guy.
Thanks for nostalgia, Nigel. All right, take care, Ron. See some of you tomorrow night.